Welcome to Monster Man.
Arrgh! The skulls! The lights!
I don't think I can hear it. It's the Halloween episode of Monster Man.
Third annual!
Third annual. Wow, 3 Halloweens, man.
It's pretty scary. Hold on. Now I just got the skulls going. There we go.
Nobody can say we half-ass our set when it comes to Halloween.
When you're a white trash vampire, this is what you got in the yard and the house.
This is called getting her done.
Skater.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. We're here to bring you all the joy and good tidings that Halloween brings.
These are 2 idiots that just like Halloween a little too much.
Way too much. I wish I could pan around my room right now.
So,
Kind of full of stuff.
Hunter adoringly has labeled this Horrortober.
Hashtag Horrortober.
If you tweet hashtag things Horrortober, and hopefully we'll see it and our friends will see it. Watch for our movie reviews on our blog and on our Twitter accounts, Hunter Shay 1 and Back in Jack. And we'll be hashtagging that Horrortober when we can fit it. If not, just look for our...
Here's the deal. If you start hashtagging Horrortober stuff over there on Facebook or the Twitters...
Or the Twitters.
I'm going to pick random people and send them signed copies of the Montauk Monster in paperback. I'm going to send them out to y'all.
Because he's a paperback writer.
You know what's funny? I always think if I won like the lottery, I would open up a giant Riff, the Reading is Fundamental truck, and just drive around the country handing out horror books. So before I get the truck and the bajillions of dollars, hashtag
You know, when I was a kid, this is a book I read as a kid. This was in our library, and my art teacher's husband wrote horror books about movie monsters. And so a lot of my early reading was about monsters.
And the best part is that Jack was exposed to the highly lesbianic, sapphositic, I don't know, vampire lovers. So this explains everything.
Figures why 7-year-old Jack was like, "Ow."
He was watching Vampire Lovers, and I was looking at copies of Gent.
Alrighty then.
So, what are we doing for Halloween here, buddy?
We're going to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what... So I have on my DVR movies that I've recorded over the past couple of months that I'm saving for October. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I can watch one a day, but I can load up and watch as many as I can over the month.
I'm doing one a day if it kills me. I've done it now. This will be my 3rd year in a row doing it every day. You know what's funny? I check back on I keep a record.
Yeah, you got it.
The first year we did it, I called it Terrortober.
Which somebody actually said to us, Terrortober's better.
But
the Terrortober's used everywhere.
So Horrortober it became. So I have my list, and I'm trying not to watch a lot of what I did last year, this year. So I'm going to try to mix it up.
Here's the thing. There are certain movies I always revisit in October that I will. So like I always watch Salem's Lot, and I always watch The Night Stalker with Darren McGavin. I always watch Hocus Pocus, and I try and watch Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat right here.
With Anna
Got it on
Paquin.
Blu-ray. This is the gateway drug for horror fans.
Yes.
This is where you get the little kiddies involved. Oh, it's just a little guy with a pumpkin on his head.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, you know what? Here's funny. My daughter knows his name. I don't know the name of the little guy with the pumpkin. Just put it down there.
Yeah, I'll look it up later. In our vampire episode, we both get an author's name wrong, and then I just put the cover of the book up.
That's the beauty of post-production.
No preparation for this show. It's 2 guys sitting in a bar talking about horror.
Literally.
Get used to it.
So yeah, there you go. That's one on Jack's list right there.
So like I'll go down the road of movies I've never seen before, and then also just
well, you got to hit the classics that you see every year.
Yeah.
Like Halloween.
Yes.
That you got to watch.
I always try and go and watch a couple of Universals. So like, I noticed you have something here. I might ask to borrow it.
Oh, no way! I just got it in the mail yesterday.
I may not be able to borrow it. So I
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I think The Mummy is on Netflix. So if you won't lend me that, then I'll watch The Mummy.
The Mummy's on Netflix. I think Dracula is on Netflix. I could lend you The Mummy and I have The Mummy and Dracula and Frankenstein. Those I have.
I think last year was my Frankenstein year. I watched Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and Son of Frankenstein. And then this year, the year before, I watched Dracula. So I got to look on Netflix. I'll tell you what else is on Netflix that I'm going to watch is Black Sunday.
Black Sunday is a very good movie.
So that's on.
It earned the reputation it has.
That was one of those 4:30 movie horror movies. So that's on my to-do list. There's a few movies on Netflix. There's a pay-per-view vampire found footage movie that got mediocre reviews called Blackwater Vampire or something like that.
What's the star review on Netflix? Because Netflix is generous. So if it's
not
one
Netflix,
or two,
it's actually a pay-per-view.
Oh, pay-per-view. All right. I haven't heard of that one.
But do you want to hear what I have DVR'd?
Yeah, let me hear it. Hit me, brother.
I wrote them down right here. I have Mama.
Mama was...
Mama. Ooh. I can't hit a note from my list.
I was thinking of Mother from Pink Floyd at the same time. Mama is... I think Guillermo del Toro produced it, or I don't know what his involvement was. It's a really cool, creepy movie. The little girls are really good. Because little kids scare the crap out of people, me included.
I like the music with little girls. La, 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 like the Amityville Horror.
Yeah, exactly. Towards the last quarter of the movie, it gets a little CGI crazy and a little dumb. But there's an ending here that you'll appreciate, and you'll understand why I appreciated it.
Well, watch our monstermen.net, themonstermen.net. I'll put my review once I watch it. I have a movie called Excision.
I've heard of Excision.
Which has that girl who was on the new 90210. She's gorgeous. But they like sort of dumb her down in this, but she has like these weird fantasies or something.
Maybe.
So that looks... So I kept like, should I watch that tonight? And I said, nah, you know what? Let me leave that for the...
I watched Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation, because we're filming this in September, just before October. In full disclosure, I watched a Jimmy Stewart comedy last night because I don't want to watch any of the horror till October.
I went to the blacklist on Netflix.
Oh, there you go.
So I could get... There's another... I'm going to go on Netflix. I have DVR'd. Beyond Reanimator.
Oh, so, that's such a good movie.
I have that one. Because I watched Reanimator last year on Netflix.
Right.
God, I love that movie. So I was like, okay, let me throw that on there.
And then maybe you should hit Bride of Reanimator.
I got to find it. Let me get to that, because there's a few movies that I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them, but I want to watch.
Right.
But another one I have DVR that I'm hesitant to watch because I hear it sucks is Lords of Salem.
Look, I'm a big Rob Zombie fan. White Zombie, I was just recently asked what's your favorite band. I said probably White Zombie was my favorite band. And I like some of his. I loved Devil's Rejects. I actually liked his version of Halloween. I think if there wasn't enough Halloween before it, people would like it more. Like, he just took Halloween and just made it white trash, garbage people. Lords of Salem has to be seen to be believed. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. Well, I lived in Salem, so I want to see if they ever actually film anything in actual Salem.
No. I saw it in the theater when it came out, and then I got drunk on tequila New Year's Eve and watched it with my daughter. And it wasn't better on tequila. And I'm telling you, I was drinking the good stuff.
Well,
so I don't know.
I'll drink some scotch.
There you go. Maybe scotch will do it. Maybe tequila is impervious.
So I have a DVR. I don't want to just delete it and not watch it.
You have to watch it.
So you know what I'll probably do? I'll pick like a Sunday morning or something like that where I'm wide awake. And I can like, be folding laundry or something.
Be half asleep.
What else do I have? Okay, so you saw Nurse.
Yeah. I
want to track that movie down and watch that. That's got the blonde chick from 30 Rock in it who's just smoking.
Nurse is cool because it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got crazy boobs, and it's fun. And the gore content goes off the charts for the last third of the movie. So worth it right there.
So that's on my list.
In fact, I think that might make my list for best movies of 2014.
Now, in our vampire episode recently, I was talking about the Hammer vampire movies, and there's a few I want to track down, and I know I can catch. I want to catch some of the Christopher Lee Dracula movies, the later ones. There was like Scars of Dracula and Taste the Blood of Dracula. That
tastes
I
like
know,
copper.
Tastes
like shipyard ale.
I know there's a couple there's a few that I've seen enough times, and then there's a few I haven't seen in years. So I'm going to track down some of the Christopher Lee ones.
Good.
Then I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them, but because of some of the stuff they put on Netflix, I want to see if I can find Twins of Evil or Lust for a Vampire or Vampire Circus. Some of those ones that are in like books like this and
Yeah.
this awesome.
Look at this. This is the best book ever right here.
I got this John Landis, Monsters in the Movies. We grew up with piles of books like this, and this is like the king daddy of them all.
It is. I might steal it before you leave.
So actually, when you ask like, what am I going to watch? I'll probably, like, we're in the werewolf section.
Yeah, they break it out by sections of monsters, like vampires, werewolves, zombies, gnomes, trolls. And if you ever wanted to know how do I really catch up on all the important movies in that genre, this is the book. I mean, it's crazy.
Here's Dracula. I mean, so...
What's your favorite vampire movie, as you were saying earlier?
Fright Night might be my favorite one. Well, The Night Stalker with Aaron McGavin. TV movie. Anyway.
I'm a Near Dark guy.
This book, it's got the American Werewolf in London on the cover. I actually found this book in Piccadilly Circus where the big car accident happens at the climax of the movie. I didn't buy it there because I didn't want to carry it home. I got it off Amazon, but it was kind of a cool moment.
I'm sorry I called you Meatloaf.
Hi, David.
This is an awesome book.
So, let me let you talk for a while.
All right, well, you know what? My wife and I, because my wife embarks on this tradition here, we're going to go Thai West for a couple of nights. I'm going to revisit The House of the Devil.
That's a good movie.
This is I think it's a really cool movie about a girl who gets hired to babysit an older woman in a house. And
that is a tribute to 80s horror movies.
Yeah.
Totally feels like it was, like you feel like you're watching a movie from 1987.
The first time I stumbled on this, I'm like, how did I not see this movie when I was growing up? But it's relatively...
And it's another slow burn. Like the first half...
Thai West movies are like slow burns.
And then the second half...
Like The Innkeepers. Then I bought his new one, The Sacrament, which is about a religious cult.
I watched that this morning.
Did you?
Yes.
Eli
just came
Roth
on Netflix.
Worked with Thai West on this, so I've heard nothing but good things.
Here's my opinion of it.
Yes.
Good, not great, but not horrible. Better, it's a found footage, but it's not, found footage isn't the right word. It's like a TV film crew kind of thing.
Right.
So from that perspective, probably easier to swallow than most found footage movies as for why they're still filming.
Right.
My knock on it is not the most horrific of horror movies, and a lot of build-up, and the payoff is really not till like the last half hour, 20 minutes of the movie.
Does it pay off?
It's okay. It's worth a watch.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Like I said, I loved it. It's a perfect Netflix movie.
All right, I'm a Thai West fan. I found it in Blockbuster. I bought it.
The acting is good in it. That's the best thing.
Which you don't get in found footage.
Yeah, like
movies very
probably
often.
the best acting in a found footage movie.
All right. My favorite, and if people have to ask me one of my favorite movies of the 80s, it's not Friday the 13th. It's not Freddy. It's
This movie is one of the ones that guys like us...
Motel Hell, baby. Or the Motel Hello, but the O is burned out in the side.
Oh, we should watch that after we...
This movie, you know what? I think, oh, God.
We should watch this tonight.
This is about these guys, this husband and wife, who make the best meats in the land. But their meats are people.
We got to do a show about the 80s horror movies, because like Night of the Demons...
Oh, that's on my Netflix queue for this month. You know my favorite scene? Because they take people and then cut out their vocal cords and bury them up to their necks and just wait to make sausages or whatever out of them. And they're sitting there going, ow, ow, ow. And that so disturbed me when I first saw that. So,
Motel Hell...
I'm so looking forward to that.
Guys like us, like in junior high school and high school, a movie like Motel Hell was like our badge.
Oh my God.
I'm a serious horror fan because you saw Nightmare on Elm Street, but I've seen Motel Hell like 3 times.
Yeah, and I'm way more into this than you. And like The Funhouse by Tobe Hooper, who did Texas Chainsaw. Love that movie. Another movie I can't wait to watch, and I've had this for 6 months, The Entity.
Oh, jeez.
With Barbara Hershey. This is
Did she just die?
I think she's still alive. She
Somebody
makes
died.
chocolate.
Somebody
no,
just
she
died.
was in Insidious.
Somebody just died. One of the big ones. Karen Black died.
Oh, Karen Black died. She had cancer. But this is supposedly a true story account of a woman who was repeatedly raped by some sort of ghost and was studied by scientists and everything. This movie is intense. The music is intense. It gets you on edge. I haven't seen it in a while.
I haven't seen this in years.
I'm looking forward to this like you wouldn't believe.
You get a nice little collection going.
I do. And I put a bunch of stuff on Netflix, and I got stuff on demand, so...
You know what I'm going to order? I think it's... I don't know. I probably have the number wrong. But it's like the 40th anniversary of Young Frankenstein.
Oh.
And there's a new Blu-ray with like extra footage and commentary and all that. So I already have it on DVD, but I'm going to get the Blu-ray because I got to see any extra stuff they have on Young Frankenstein. I got to watch.
We just watched it eating dinner. Me and the kids. We were watching it on Universal HD or whatever. When you see it in HD, you can see how bad the makeup is on Peter Boyle.
Oh, I saw it in IMAX.
Oh my God! You see the seams for the skull cap and everything, but it doesn't matter because
you notice the zipper on his neck. Like if you watch it on TV, you don't even notice it.
Yeah, right. I never knew it was a zipper.
Oh, it's a zipper.
Yeah. No, cool. But I mean, those are some of the movies. Literally, I'll probably watch 40 movies in October, at least. So, but those are the ones I'm looking forward to maybe the most. I fill in with a lot of B-movie schlock.
Well, what happens is you and me will then tell each other, hey, I saw this, you should watch that.
Right, exactly.
And then we've invited some of the other Monster Man buddies of ours to share what they're watching. So go to themonsterman.net and keep your eye throughout the month because we're going to post, or on our blogs too, but we're going to post everybody's reviews. So we're going to try and keep them like Twitter size.
Yeah.
Two sentence.
1 to 2 lines. You know,
just so you know, like skip it. Oh, here's the other thing. Last year we got this set of
Ooh, I got mine up here. Go ahead.
Of horror movies, like in the bargain bin from like Walmart and things. So this is always like the fallback for what am I going to watch tonight? Like probably Horror Express.
When you got to fill some time.
Let me see that one.
There you go.
I know there was something on here.
I put a hurtin' on that last year.
Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. House on Haunted Hill. Is it The Haunting of Hell House with Roddy McDowell?
Yeah,
that's on Netflix. That's on my. I'm gonna watch that.
That's a great one. Richard Matheson wrote the book it's based on.
Oh, and I recommend for you. It's not a movie, but there's a great documentary on Netflix about Night of the Living Dead.
Dock of the Dead.
Dock of the Dead.
I have that on my queue.
Very good.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that.
Very good.
Also, we don't just watch movies. We read. You know, I writes, I reads. If you go to my blog, huntershade.com, I have my Horrortober reading list for 2014. I will tell you, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is Keith Rommell's The Sinful Man, which is the third part of his Thanatology series, which is really a study on death. Each book centers on a different character. We interviewed Keith. You can check that out. I'm looking forward to this. Exorcist Road by Jonathan Janz.
That's on my...
The Vagrants by Brian Moreland, Apartment 7C by David Bernstein. And also, if you need like creepy stuff to like kind of freak each other out, Jim Harold's Paranormal Podcast. Jim Harold has a podcast called Campfire Tales where he has people call in to tell real stories that have happened to them, the paranormal and strange. I called into a show, I gotta say, 3 years ago. It is now included in True Ghost Stories.
You called in him like
Campfire 3.
You called in like the night we saw the Thing remake.
Oh, was it then? Oh my God, that was a long time ago. But yeah, if you pick up a copy of Campfire 3 either in print or as an ebook, my story is A Little Guardian Angel. After I told the story to him, about 6 months later, I said, I got to make this a book. And I actually sat down and I fictionalized it, and it's called The Waiting.
It's a great book by him, by the way. It's short, too.
It's a novella. It's a little over 100 pages long, but it's a true ghost story. I just kind of changed the names and the ending a little bit just so there was some closure, because you got to do that in fiction.
I hope the ending of the book didn't happen in real life.
Yeah, really, me too. And also, stock up on the magazines. Horror Hound, Rue Morgue, Monsters, Fangoria, Dark Dossier. Just hook up on... if you want to get in the Halloween mood, get everything you can. Surround yourself with stuff.
What I find happens is, like, Halloween will come on AMC or something like that. Mm-hmm. You start watching it, and then there's commercials, or you found, like, an edited version.
Right, yeah.
You're excited that it's on, and then you're like, out of hell with this.
and
And you
they
end up
ruined
going
it.
and watching it on DVD or
Right.
pay-per-view or something like that because you're like, I need my boobs and blood. And
Exactly. Yeah, it's tough to watch it without the good stuff. Oh, and then we're going to Chiller Theater. We go every
yes, it's like the second to last weekend in October.
year. You know what? And we're going to see the guys from I Hate You clothing.
I love those guys.
I'm going to give them a
if
book this time.
If you're going to Chiller, you did a good idea. If you go to Chiller Theater, look it up on Google it, and if you're going, hit us up on Twitter and let us know, and we'll have a beer with you.
Absolutely.
On you, by the way.
Parsippany, New Jersey. It's going to be the last weekend of October.
Marianne from Gilligan's Island's going to be there.
So is Joyce Randolph, Trixie Norton from The Honeymooners.
And some other horror movie actual people, too. So,
Dude, here's the deal. I have a puzzle box from Hellraiser, and I want to get Pinhead and Ashley Lawrence to sign.
oh, nice.
That's,
They're going to be there?
Yeah, that's my goal.
You know, I want to get a Pinhead bobblehead, but the only ones I can find are really expensive.
Oh, yeah, Chiller's a good place to find stuff at a good price.
We could use a Pinhead.
You know, it's funny, I've partied with Pinhead, but I have no autographs.
Really?
He's very different. What you'd imagine. Super nice guy.
We must have pain.
Yeah, no.
Get more pain.
He's more like, let's get drinks. Let's go. Where's Kane Hodder?
Ho, ho, ho.
Come over, D. Wallace. He's awesome.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, that's Halloween, man. And then, you know, I end it with, we were in Halloween Town over here. So last year we got over 300 kids
Holy moly.
came to the door. We actually we ran out of stuff.
I'm probably going to my friend's Halloween party. I think last year was an 80s theme, and I was Mr. T.
Nice.
So I don't know what the theme is this year. We'll have to see what that is. But.
Here's the theme of our Halloween thing every year. It is come on up to the door, get a juice box and some candy from a very drunk Hunter Shea, who his mother-in-law's boyfriend will give women free stuff if they show their boobs.
Hey, it's
Come
like
on
Mardi
down.
Gras.
Show your boobs. Get some Halloween beer.
Awesome. All right, well, this is the big Halloween episode. Let us know what you're doing. Come to our Facebook page. Tell us. Comment on YouTube. Give us some feedback.
Hashtag Horrortober if you want to be in it to win some
Yes,
copies
it's
of
a
Monster
great
Monster.
book, by the way.
I got a case of these books. I want to give them away, so bring it on.
All right, so happy Halloween, and we'll see you next time on
Monster Man.
Grr, arg.